Are you ready to take your finances to the next level? Are you ready to learn what's not taught in schools regarding building generational wealth? If your answer is yes, welcome to the conversation. Let's talk income shifting. Let's talk cash flow management. Let's talk improving your credit score. Let's talk investing. Let's talk finance with Melissa and Tony.
Hey everyone, we're back.
Hello all. Hello all.
Some of y'all may have caught us last night. We had the pleasure of sitting in on, what would you call it, Tom? Like a live-a-thon?
That's a good one. We can call it that.
Yeah, it was kind of like a live-a-thon. You know, Tony and I are both members of Team Build with Geo's page. So she has a concept where on Wednesday, a lot of us get together, do 30-minute segments, kind of talking about our page, and you know, a little networking activity. So she invited me to fill in for somebody last week. So I must have did pretty good. So because she invited me back. But then Tony was over there with his mouth stuck out because he wasn't up here. So she was like, well, let him come too. I'm just playing. But anyway, we both were on last night. Ooh, I had some technical difficulties. I was just telling Tony, now most of y'all who come on this channel all the time with us know that I get a disclaimer. My desktop is from 2016. I have not updated. So I was telling Tony, I'm like that girlfriend that you're trying to break up with, but she just don't want to let you go. Not because she loves you so much, but because she don't feel like looking for nobody new. Right. That's me and this computer. But I think I'm gonna have to go on and let it go and get some more up to date because we had technical difficulties so bad last night. We was embarrassed.
Right.
But anyway, if this is your first time visiting with us, welcome to the channel. My name is Melissa King, and I am a home-based business owner. And what does that mean? I got a business that I can run from home, from outside my house on the street, from Ruby Tuesdays, from New Mexico, wherever I go, my business could go with it. Now, I do have a W-2 job. I haven't gotten to the point where I can completely step away from the other job. So Tony and I both kind of got this hybrid situation going where we 50% work for somebody and 50% work for ourselves. And we trying to make that transition, you know, so we ain't got that yet. So anyway, hey, the hood table. I ain't seen Tanya in a minute. How you doing? She been busy with them cakes, Tony. She did one the other day I saw, and I think it was for a memorial service, but she went to town on that thing. It looked like I could have dozed through the screen. But good to see you, Tanya. So I've been a home-based business owner now for almost 9 years. And during that time, I have learned so much that I did not know about business. Now, I have a bachelor's degree and nothing related to money. My degree deals with healthcare. How did that help me with money? It ain't helped me none. I ain't know a doggone thing other than the basics. Well, I may not even do basic stuff because you remember, Tony, I had to learn how the tax thing works. I'm still around here thinking that the tax lady got a crystal ball back there and she waved her hand over, and that's how I know how much I'm gonna owe. So anyway, Now my partner over here, the strong silent one over here. Yeah, he ain't silent for real. That is a professor. I call him Professor Clompton. Now, see, I leave that PRO off in the beginning because he has his doctorate in money. He done went got his money thing, but he don't have the one that came from Harvard or Yale or Princeton. His doctorate in money came from the School of Hard Knocks. So when you get it from there, you don't get the full professor. He's Professor Clompton.
Right.
So Professor Clompton then came, I saw him and he was promoting his business all over Facebook. I couldn't even scroll down the page without seeing him standing somewhere talking about some cash flow and what he doing with some money.
Right.
And the harder I tried to ignore him, the nosier I got. So I finally approached him and was like, okay, what you doing? So he brought me in. He the guru, he taught me about taxes, about what that W-4 really is, about how you can create multiple streams of income and legally write off your lifestyle. So, Dr. Clompton, you want to talk a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I sure will. And thank you for the slight introduction. That professor thing fits me well. Now, I can tell you, I have nobody's degree. Today, I finally accepted that my gift is common sense.
Okay.
The gift that God
common.
gave me is common sense. Cause you know what I figured out, Melissa? I was like, look, okay, I know there's professors, there's engineers, there's business degrees, marketing degrees that are as broke as me. And I'm trying to figure out, so it has nothing to do with a degree. Making money and building wealth has nothing to do with a degree. And I said, let me find somebody that I can learn from that can teach me how to get wealthy. That's when my common sense kicked in. I was like, follow somebody wealthy. Do what wealthy people do. And this is how I landed on this home-based business, right? I'm struggling with credit cards. I'm struggling with my finances. I'm going to work every day. I'm paying my taxes, staying out of trouble. I need to know how to fix this mess I'm in. And man, lo and behold, the business of my econ fell in my lap. Nothing but God.
Just fell down at the sky.
Fell down. I'm like, wait a minute now. I had a coworker of mine. She was living the life. So I thought, I'm on Facebook like Melissa, strolling and stuff, laughing and giggling and hee-heeing and ha-ha. And my bank account, is dwindling. Pockets looking like rabbit ears. If that's for some of the older people, pockets like rabbit ears. You go in, come out
inside out.
Yeah. So I'm thinking my coworker is having a great time in Punta Cana. She's talking about 100% write-off. I'm like, oh, I want some of that. How can I get to that? And that's how I landed. No, my econ didn't land on me. I landed on my econ. So that's my story.
You standing there next to her at work and trying to figure out, now we work at the same place. How you doing all this stuff and I ain't doing it?
I'm like this. I'm waiting.
And I can picture that in my head. I can see you go there scrolling through your phone like, she done went on another trip. And she was like, she wrote it off.
100%. Yeah. Text me. Call me. I need to know.
You were stalking away.
Yeah. I shout out to Andre Stinson, my upline, one of my mentors that helped me get in the game. And I've been in the game since. I'm like Melissa, been in about 9+. And I'm telling y'all, your common sense got to kick in. If you working hard every day, paying your taxes, staying out of trouble, and you struggling from paycheck to paycheck with all the stuff going on, you need a home-based business.
Yes, you do.
Melissa.
Yes, you do. And you know what? Don't be downplaying that common sense because common sense is not common. I learned that more and more all the time that everybody don't have common sense. So, like I said, I have a bachelor's degree and it ain't helped me nothing but teach me how. It didn't teach me well. No, I had to take an economics class, but I didn't learn that. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't learned a doggone thing.
Hey, I
So
think we just figured out that the system is finding a way to get more money out of you. I mean, I know a lot of people don't have student loan debt, but some of the credit cards that come along with going to school, you know, man, I'm telling you, I think it's a racket. I hate to sound like a what they call a conspiracy theorist, but man, to see
I'm with it. I'm with
so
that
many
conspiracy.
people that go into debt, hoping and praying that they can land a job that can actually pay them enough money to get out of debt.
Right.
Oh man.
And you know what? When I was in school, now I was blessed. I didn't have to pay to go to school. My parents covered my tuition. All that wasn't covered with scholarships, whatever. But I get up there to school, and I got a part-time job working maybe 20 some hours a week at Taco Bell, slinging tacos, bean burrito, all of it. And so I'm going to school full time. So I'm on campus one day, and they got this little table set up, and it's just welcoming. Like, it is begging you to come over. Table full of credit card applications. So I knew then and doggone well I ain't had no business being nowhere near that table. And I'm gonna tell you why. I was making $4.35 an hour, working 20 hours a week. And I couldn't pay it, if I buy up a bunch of stuff, how am I pay for it? But when you're young and they know what to do. Big business, we were talking about that last night. Big business know what to do. They know that's like sitting out a big tray of candy. Everybody come through gonna want to pick up one. So I filled out for like 3-4 of them. They approved me for all of them. I had a Sears card. I think I had a Discover. And what I discovered was if you ain't got no money and you don't pay the bills, they gonna mess your credit up. And see, my credit was decent at first because I did the responsible thing. I went and started a store credit once I started working at age like 17. You know what everybody did? They went and bought them hair and bones. You remember you could go to Freedman's or Zales or somewhere, get you a night, depending on how thick you want it. You could go get them, and they'll start your little finance application. So that's what
Don't
I did.
Forget, you gotta have the matching hoops to go with it, the matching fat earrings to go with them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I done went over there and made my first purchase, $300. Got my little credit line started, paid it off, went and opened up a bank account, doing all the right things. Then I get away from home to college. And that's where the conspiracy kick in. They got me, and it ain't like nobody made me do it, but when you see all of that there, all you thinking about is the here and now. You ain't thinking about in 2024, you're gonna be turning 50. And if you didn't follow up on it correctly, you might still have some stuff that's nipping at your heels that you did a while back. But when you standing there in that moment, all you think about was, shoot, let me see if I can get approved. And one thing about it, big business don't care whether you can pay it or not. Because they say they gonna get it. They gonna get it.
So let me check this out. So my common sense is kicking in again. I'm thinking, you go to school, they give you a loan, you pay the loan back. A lot of people that in our circle now, we learn how to use credit to build wealth. What if instead of paying for a student loan debt that's not giving you any money to pay it back, we could have been taking that money that we borrowed to invest it and put ourselves in a better return, give ourselves a better return. Wouldn't you not think so?
Now that I'm on this side,
yeah.
You know what is the saying? Hindsight is 20/20. And a lot of times, and this may sound like conspiracy too, but they don't want you to think out of the box. And when I say they, I just mean, the powers that be. We are supposed to have a 9-to-5 employee mentality. We're supposed to just go to work, clock in, do the job, go home. You very seldom see encouragement of starting your own business like you do for applying for a job.
Right. Hey,
And
the
even
Rockefellers, my common sense say the Rockefellers said they are creating a nation of workers. And I'm thinking, wait a minute now, you putting this out here in plain sight. We handling all the money. We don't need nobody to be wealthy. We need somebody to go to work so we can tax them some more, and work them to the bone. That's what the powers to be have done. And that system has not changed, especially in the school systems. So
it's not changed because it's working for them.
It's working.
If it was not working for the business owners, then you know they would have changed up and went a different route. But that pyramid scheme that they got going, where you got the CEO up here, you got your VPs and managers here, and then you got, your first line supervisor, and at the very bottom, you got the largest percent. Like, it makes up the largest percentage of the business, but they make the least money. So it's like, how that work? So if you want to talk pyramid, there's your pyramid right there.
Hey,
Mr.
I'm going to
Rockefeller.
say this. My common sense kicking in and say that most companies are online. You need an online business. Most people that are very successful have their own business, and they're leveraging other people to do it. I'm like, okay, you got a cell phone that you done paid $1,200, $1,500 for. They go up every year. Why are you not using your smartphone to do better and smarter things with it, like owning and operating a business? That's common sense.
Exactly. They want you to know. They don't want you to use it to start a business, but they do want you to go every time they make an upgrade and get the most recent version of it.
Right.
And now, they even got a trick for people like me that don't fall for that. They start making the cell phone where they tear up quicker.
Oh yeah. Now,
and
they sell some software where your phone don't work. Man, my whole phone blacked out one day. I couldn't even get it to open up. And I said, oh, they got me this time. And they know I needed it. They make you dependent on it. And then it's like the Cokes, like the food that you eat, the drinks that you eat, that you drink, they make you so dependent on it. They know you coming back. Like you don't have enough discipline to say no.
Shout out in the comments here. We got Rico Savvy.
What's up, my man?
And old buddy LaChristopher Caldwell.
What's up, Caldwell? I hope all is well. So we can talk some common sense stuff.
You know what's funny? I think about it sometime now. If you leave home and you forget, I ain't even gonna say if you leave home. If you go in the house and you left your phone in the car, how many people would be able to go to sleep and say, I just go get it tomorrow?
I don't know. No man don't want to leave their phone at home. They're gonna be late. If they're going to work, they're gonna go home.
Turn around and go back.
So will. Y'all, my brothers out there know I ain't lying, because if you leave your cell phone at home when you got a girlfriend or wife, don't think it's gonna be in the same place that where you left it at. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Even beyond that fact, we from Cortland. I went to school in Birmingham. Now, for me, that was an hour, 45-minute maybe drive back in the day.
Right.
Wasn't no such thing. If it was a cell phone, it wasn't nothing we had. You know what I mean? You got out there. So on Sunday, when I was going back to school, the only thing my folks said was, call me when you get there.
Right.
Wasn't no cell phone. Now, if we were to fool around, if I fool around, get on 65 and get halfway up the road and I got my phone, I'd be in all kind of panic mode. What if?
Right. If you got the same mentality, think about this. If people had the same mentality of in fear of leaving their phone or losing it, or it stopped working, like when Facebook shut down, everybody was in a panic. You need to be thinking that way as a business owner. How can I make sure that I'm using these deductions? Because even though cell phones are going up, hey, we need it in our business, right? So how is it that people don't realize that if the government is going to give you a tax break for buying a phone to operate in your business, why is it that so many people are not taking advantage of the deal? I mean, talk to me, Melissa. I'm from common sense. Why would somebody not? Okay.
Let me ask you this. How many commercials do you see with people promoting buying their phones? We got. Not only do we have the vendors like the Verizon, AT&T, whatever. We also got the actual whoever makes the phone, Samsung, how many of those commercials do you see on an average day? Versus how many commercials do you see where they say, look, get this cell phone and start your own business, and it's gonna pay for itself. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't never seen that commercial. Other than when we be on here.
But you know what? I think it's, you know what, this is what why we on this. We talking about what is your strategy. We now understand that we have to get to where people are looking for us. Like we go into different groups. Man, we was on YouTube, and all those people will have a different mindset. Like Facebook is so common, right? Everybody knows you, your friends, your family. They be like, oh, there they go with their little business thing again. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing that. But it's somebody that really needs to hear this. And sometimes the common folks are in the way. I mean, I love my people, but they get to saying like, man, I'm tired of you talking about their little business. Can you talk about something else? No. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about credit. I'm talking about living good. I'm talking about leaving my job. If you got a problem with, I'm telling you, I don't have no problem with nobody deleting me because I need people coming. People are knocking at my door trying to get in. But I got so many people that saying, man, I tried to send you a friend request. And I said, you know something, I need to go in and clean that up. It's people that I ain't heard from in 10 years on my Facebook page. It's time for them to go. I love you, but you in the way. Yeah,
well, what do you think? I think Chris said a good point. Lack of knowledge prevents us from doing a lot of stuff. But what is it you think that makes people so afraid to trust that the knowledge? Because you know, with our company is My Econ. We don't do anything without showing you where we get it from. You know, IRS publication, whatever. Even with all of that to back it up, people are still skeptics about stepping out on faith and doing a business. They could do like we're doing. We're not at the point where we can completely let the job go. But we know the advantages of having a business. And so you go ahead and start, and then you slowly, you know, we'll be like Geo, we done went completely over to the other side. But my thing is, you know, it still gets me that people will try, you know, I always get on my soapbox about you can get on social media and ask somebody, what's a good movie on Netflix to watch? They gonna flood your page with stuff. You gonna see it 2 and 3 times. You can ask them, what's a good club to go to? Like say if it's an event going on and they were looking for an after party, what's the best place to go? You advertising for those businesses, then why you can't do that for your own business? Because it's the same concept. The only difference is whoever owns that business get paid. You working for free. You sending them business.
Please, it's like jump rope, Melissa. You said so much, and I want to jump in, but I'm gonna let you finish your part. So I'm gonna tell you, people rather be entertained than educated. Now, the thing about it is that's the distraction, right? We've been programmed to fall into these distractions. The latest, greatest episode on Netflix, Hulu, and all of that stuff. You get locked in. The people don't realize your time is so valuable, man. It's like crazy. People that understand time, people that understand if this not adding no value to my life, I got to let it go. And I'm gonna tell you the reason. And I listen to my man say, Christopher. He said the lack of knowledge, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna add in why most people are not doing what they're supposed to do: laziness, fear, and they don't trust folks. That's all it is. It's like the information is there. If you're too lazy to watch a 3-4 minute video, but you can watch a 3-4 hour episode, something wrong. You know what I'm saying?
They don't trust folks, but if you got a hookup on somewhere where they can go and get some cheap meat, you trust me on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a whole cow, and all you got to pay me is $3.
Oh yeah, I'm on my way. People always want you to give them something, but they don't want to work for it. That's
Prime
why I say
example.
sometimes you have to move from positions. You know, like I know my partner Ken Orr, he does a lot of, Ken, our homeboy, functions, and he try to bring entertainment, and it's almost like you got to go outside of your community to get exposure, because strangers will support you faster. You know the deal.
I know.
Strangers will support you faster than your family and friends. Sad to say, but I try to support when I can. I did.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to talk him up, but yeah, this is a prime example of how people are trying to build their communities up by just bringing, entertainment and togetherness, picnics and stuff. But sometimes you just got to go outside and do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Last year, was it July that Mr. Stokes came through and did the Alabama tour?
Oh yeah.
Now, I did a video because like the weekend before, Beyonce did her Renaissance tour. She was in Nashville. When I tell you, everybody in Alabama practically that was on Facebook, because from where I am, it's only an hour to the Tennessee state line. So going to Nashville is like running up the street. Right. I've seen posts of people in new outfits. I've seen posts of people standing outside the place. Number one, the tickets, a lot of times even the nosebleed seats be like $100. And it ain't just them, it's couples or groups of people going. So all that money, so you gotta look at it like this. They bought the tickets, they had to buy the outfits, they had to drive to go to the show. When they got to the show, they sitting there in the audience, and I'm not knocking people going to a concert because Lord knows I like to be entertained too. But like you said, that common sense part, and I'm only bringing it up because now that happened that weekend. The following weekend, Mr. Stokes, who was the co-founder of My Econ, this man, multimillionaire, is him and his co-founder partner, whatever, teaching us how to do this business, willing to get back out. They could do it on computer. He didn't have to drive over here. He drives and he says, "Look, guys, I'm willing to come to Montgomery, Birmingham, Huntsville area. You just tell me what day, and I'll be there." We weren't charging nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was no fee to get in and hear this multimillionaire tell you how he got where he is and how you can do the same thing, right? So here's my point. All of those people that went to Nashville and posted all of that stuff and spent all that money, they went there to support Beyonce's business. Because see, Beyonce got up there and sung for however many hours. I ain't knocking her, she did her thing. Not only that, she was doing generational wealth. She done brought her baby girl out there. She getting paid. And at the end of the concert, when you go home, what do you have? Now, when she in the concert, she got a big check waiting on her. What you have waiting on you is a long ride home. And when you get back, some people got it like that. Some people had to charge them outfits. You got a credit card payment. You got a good story, get an entertaining story to tell when you go back to work.
Right.
But that's all you walking away with. Now, on the other hand, Mr. Stokes came to those 3 major cities for free. He's giving you information, giving you the opportunity to speak with him, find out what you can do one-on-one. Now, how many people think, can you see Beyonce hanging out with any of them folks after her concert and telling them what they can do to be up there on the stage with her? And I'm not mad at her.
Right.
She is working her business. But I just want people to think about this from a common sense perspective. The place was sold out for her concert. We in our thing now, we did have some people that came. Shout out to the people who came and participated. But to be honest, we should have been just as packed as that Beyonce concert because Mr. Stokes was giving us information so that we could do the same thing she is doing. We, it's different strategies to get there. Everybody ain't a Ken or Ken can hum out a tune. The rest, the rest of us, we got to find some other skills.
Right, exactly.
There's somebody gonna pay that kind of money for, you know what I mean? So it's like when you put it on a perspective of what's important, I'm not saying entertainment is not important. I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy yourself. But when an equal entertainment comes up to get some financial education for free, that's gonna put some money in your pocket, kind of like we do it right now.
Right.
And Lord knows, every so often we'll do a promo where we'll say you can get started for, background Christmas. What was it, $1?
Yeah.
Letting people get started for $1. Give me access to information that can make you, if you use it right, millions of dollars.
That's a great example you used, and I can tell you, I almost, and you got to think about it. Most people, if they're going to drive out, they got a hotel, like you say, they bought clothes, they probably had a couple drinks, you know what I'm saying? Sippy, want to feel good. Ate good, the mileage on the car, all of that. I guarantee you the average person spent $500 to $1,000 easy. And here's the thing, common sense kick in. This for me, if I had to go to that concert, I'm going to make it a business expense. Tony going to talk about going to that Beyonce concert, but Beyonce ain't going to be the only one getting paid. Tony taking his car, he's buying a hotel, right? He's drinking, he's eating, and I'm doing my business. So she's not the only one going to get paid. If Tony go, call common sense kick in and say, now I done spent $1,000 to go see somebody that made $1 million and I'm not getting paid. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get paid. So I'm doing the same thing she do. So common sense say,
and that's a good example.
That kind of money, figure out how to get some of it back.
And like I said before, now they ain't gonna trust that. They'll trust that discount hook up on that meat, but they ain't gonna trust that the information that we giving can actually be used so that you can do all of that at a concert and write it off.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this. This coming from, and I already put my accolades out there. I don't have a business degree. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investor to that level. But who do you think they would listen to if you had a multi-millionaire coming into your city, your backyard, and he's telling you this is what you do to get wealthy? Who they gonna listen to? Not even Jesus. Jesus is come in. He done pretty much told you. Jesus come in. Hey, look here, my child. Look, you're doing some things wrong. Hey, how about doing it this way? Is somebody gonna look at Jesus and I don't know. Are you really Jesus?
His beard too long for him to be Jesus. Jesus wouldn't have no long beard. I don't trust it.
They're gonna believe who they want to believe, and it's really nothing you can do to change their mind. It's like if I gotta convince you against your will, you are of the same opinion still.
Right. But then they're not realizing, people not realizing they're contributing to this same conspiracy we're talking about now, because you're going to go back to work on Monday and work for somebody else and make them rich. Over the weekend, you went to that concert, you spent that money, you made money for that business where you bought those clothes, you made money for the Hilton when you stayed at the hotel, you made money for Beyonce when you was up there in them expensive seats. Who else did you make money for? Chevron when you stopped the gas up. You done made money for everybody except yourself.
What
and then you don't go back to work, and the money that you do make for yourself, they're gonna take a third of it.
Look, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, Melissa, you dropping some nuggets on them. And look, inflation is still going on. I mean, I don't know if anybody have ever heard of inflation. Inflation is robbing them pockets. I'm talking about they digging in them. I mean, everything that used to be a certain price yesterday ain't the same price today. So your paycheck is remaining the same, and everything else is going up. So you got so much going against your paycheck that you got to start doing other things like owning and operating a business, some type of business.
Let me throw this out there because this is my soapbox. not only are they giving you, they used to give you inflation with a smile. Like, we hate to do this, but inflation now don't even come with a smile. Before we was on this live, I did an order over at McDonald's. My baby girl said she wanted something. And you know what's crazy is, she don't eat a lot of stuff on her food. So she wanted that McDonald's fish sandwich, no tartar sauce, no cheese. I went on the app, checked out no tartar sauce, no cheese. Drove over there. It was already paid for. Only thing I had to do was get in line. Y'all pass me the bag. So I get over there, and it's almost to the point where she be asking me like, man, they ain't gonna mess it up. I'm about to sacrifice her get something to eat because I know they're not gonna do right. So anyway, go over there. That McDonald's meal used to be $3.20. Because when I was in the bed back in the 90s, that was my standard order when we had an away game. I had the fish fillet combo, and it came to like $3.23. You know that joker now is $8. Ooh. Same size piece of fish.
Same it got smaller. They probably cut that fish in half.
I'm gonna give it to them. They done kept it close. Okay. It's about a bar of soap. Yeah. It might have been a bigger square. But my point is, the price of that sandwich did more than double. The quality of it did more than double in no quality.
Right.
And then the service, so we go through the line. And I said, ma'am, can you put the special fish order in a separate bag? She gave me this look like, really? So then she tell me I got to pull up. I'm like, I'm being punished for asking for it in a separate bag. So we sit out there all that time. They come bring it out. They got on top of the little thing to stick on the top. Lamb fish, no tartar sauce, no cheese. Open it up, tartar sauce and cheese. We go back around, get back in line. They fixed the sandwich. But you know what they forgot to do? Give us the drink. So we done already got on the road. We got to go back. I told Niles, that drink was almost $2. My conscience ain't gonna let me go home and not get my soda.
I heard that. Right.
So I went back and got the drink.
Right.
But that's my whole point. Inflation, the prices are higher, but the quality is not always there. Right. And you having to work harder to get stuff that you're paying for.
Yeah, things have gotten worse. Things have gotten bad. And it's like, what are you doing to change, with the times? It's like you can't be on the old, outdated. Something got to change. Right. Something got to change. Like I say, I see so many people struggling, and it's like my common sense won't allow me to go back to overpaying my taxes and living paycheck to paycheck. It's like, I know the information I have, it has to work for me because I'm seeing it work for so many other people. I'm like, people that don't have a degree, don't have 4 or 5 jobs. They don't need 4 or 5 jobs because they have enough understanding of how to make their money grow for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got to have some type of skills. If you don't have some skills, go borrow, buy, or learn something. Like we got the credit repair system inside of our business. You don't have to know everything about credit. Learn it. It's in the membership, or send it to somebody that can learn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy.
And that's the thing. If they're not going to volunteer and teach you this information, you got to get out and get it for yourself. Now, not everybody is advertising where you can go and get that done. We come on here every week and tell you where you can go to have a whole library of information to get, to get your finances straight. Everybody's not going to do that. Now, I talked about Mr. Stokes, and he's a millionaire. On the other hand, I hate to even say his name, but we got Donald Trump. I don't know if he's a millionaire for real or not. But anyway, do you think he would come? But the crazy part is, he probably wouldn't come down here and tell us nothing like that. He'll build it up and say he gonna tell you and get in there and filibuster. But I guarantee you the house will be packed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people go by, I hate to say it, the color of your skin sometimes can keep people from really listening to you, or the type of car you drive, the type of neighborhood you live in. Yeah, you know, like you're like, oh, your beard too long, and your head too round. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. But
you from the country. What y'all know about money down there in Alabama?
That's what I'm saying.
And you know, at one point, I won't say I took it personally, but I didn't get it. But now we've been doing this for so long that I get it. So my goal is, they said I only need to do two things to have a business. Those two things are, one, attempt to make a profit. Every time we share this information with y'all, whether it's a live like this, a post, whatever we doing, we reaching out and offering a chance for you to join this membership, which is attempting to make a profit. Now, if y'all don't join, I did my part. I got documentation. This video right here, the internet forever. You know what I mean? So I can go back and pull up this video and show that I actively am trying on a regular basis to make a profit. The other thing is the record keeper. Them the only two things I'm required to do. Notice I didn't say nothing about you got to go get a degree in business. I didn't say you got to own property. I didn't say you had to get a co-signer. I didn't say you had to have an LLC. Now, I'm not saying all of those things aren't good things to have, but they're not required. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I have basically used my phone to do my entire business. Now, I added on some little stuff here and there to you know, step it up. But the fact of the matter is, whether somebody reaches out to us after we do this video or not, I've done my part to be a bit, to, you know, be a business owner. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's it. Ain't nothing to say on the end of it.
Right. I think that the timing, the type of business we have, I think people are starting to be more open to see and go and do something different, man. Because I'm telling y'all, man, it's a struggle out there with, I mean, 6-figure earners, y'all. Do y'all not realize that people that are making 6 figures are still struggling? You got millionaires that are struggling, right? Because their lifestyle have caught up with their money. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you got like people that's in the league that's struggling.
I can tell you from a personal standpoint, 6 figures today is not what 6 figures was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, when you heard somebody say they was making 6 figures, you was like, oh man, they balling. They rich. 6 figures today feel like 5 figures. On some days, it don't even feel like 5. Because, you know, I always think about what Mr. Stokes said. He says, if you are using this month's check to pay this month's bills, you're losing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, since this inflation that kicked in, I did a little bit of losing. I done had to revamp. And see, that's why we call this video strategies. Because the good thing about our business, we have strategies where you don't have to do the same thing me and Tony do to get your financial success. Me and him, we ain't even in the same field of work. You know, we have pretty much nothing in common other than the fact we both from Portland. And we both, we don't even file the same status, you know, filing status. So that'll let you know that, who is this? Look, don't be putting stuff in here. If you're not talking, I'm gonna put Jill. If you're not talking about the business, somebody talking about connect with somebody. I don't know who that is, so I'm gonna take that out. Okay. Please don't add comments unless it's related to what we're talking about, please. So, see, that made me lose my train of thought. What I was saying.
You finna go ham on somebody. I don't know. All I know is, oh,
you know, the old folks syndrome kicked in, because I'm like, who's sending the message in the thing talking about?
Hey, I'm going to lie. That's why I don't hardly look at no comments, because I can't do but one thing at a time. When I'm talking, I can't be reading. I got a one-track mind to get this information out, because hey, that's what that's what we all about.
Yeah, but see, the only reason this one caught my attention is because this comment trying to send them to somebody else. That's kind of insulting.
Bless her Lucy heart, man. Oh.
Yeah. But what was I saying?
I don't know. I was watching you finna chew on somebody's butt, and I stopped listening. Anyway,
well, the thing is,
Oh, you were talking
I was talking about
filing
differences.
statuses.
Yeah.
Our differences.
So this business comes with strategies. If you are a person that's good at providing the product and promoting the product, you might want to use that strategy and sell some of our standalone products we have, like the credit repair. We got roadside assistance. We got the travel business. If you were a part of any of those travel clubs in the past and you're experienced with that, we got that. If you are a tax person, this is gold, because it's easy to find. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but you're more likely to find someone who can do taxes for a W-2 employer versus somebody that's knowledgeable enough to do it for a small business. So I'm not saying people can't do it, but I'm just saying it's quicker to find people who can do it the other way. So if you are a tax preparer and that's your, as you say, Tony, your niche, come on over here. You got a whole bunch of people in this business that's always actively looking for a tax person who is familiar with doing taxes for a home-based business. So this your spot.
Oh, let me stop right there, Melissa. We are adding on, and I'm gonna tell you, man, the co-founder of this business, man, the Joker, hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Stokes, it's genius. We're going to add a tax prep inside of the business because he looks at trends. He looks at hot trends that people need. And I know they're working out all of the logistic parts of it, but we're going to have a tax prep inside of the MyEcon membership. And I'm gonna tell y'all, look, membership have perks and privileges. Like, it does. It's almost like home-based business ownership. Anybody can plug into this system. I don't care what you got going on. You can have another business, but I guarantee you it's something inside of this business that can actually complement what you're doing right now. You're like, I look at a lot of people that got daycares, barbershops, the hair and stuff like that. They don't know how to write off these taxes that, these common tax deductions, like me and Melissa talk about, common tax deduction, things that you're spending money on. Once you get educated on that and you start sharing it with people that may be struggling with something, man, just be that blessing and share the membership. You don't have to know everything. The membership is actually it's a school, if you will. It has workable segments in it where you can learn for yourself, but ultimately give it to somebody else. Somebody else may be a better student than you. I wasn't the best student in school, but I can tell y'all, money and retiring early is exciting me, and I'm investing for my daughter and myself and making sure I got multiple streams of income coming in from this one business. That is what has fueled me from the day I started, and I'm hoping I can share that with y'all.
Right, and it's good you bring up retirement, because a lot of people think, you feel like it's so far off, that you don't really have to think about it right now. I'm gonna be 50 this year. It's right here up in my face. And okay. Yeah, I that's the devil. Julie Armstrong, don't be putting nothing up here about contacting nobody else in the middle of our live while we talking about trying to teach you, help you make money. Now, if you're interested in joining the business, you're welcome to contact Tony or myself. Yeah, ain't nothing but the dog.
Hey, 0 to 100 real quick, I see. Okay. But look, we getting close to our time to end. So let's kind of give them some hot stuff and we'll wrap it up, because these folks getting on my nerve too.
Yeah, I mean, just no home training. That's like me going up in, let's say you a preacher at First Baptist, and I go up in your church and be like, hey, if the word ain't good over here, Pastor so-and-so across town, he preached better. You gonna stand up when they ask for announcements and make that announcement? Yeah. We're gonna escort you on about the church. Right. But anyway, y'all, reach out to us if you are interested in getting information on starting your own home-based business. Like Tony said, you do not have to already know everything. The purpose of joining the membership is to learn. So if you already know everything, you really don't need it. You know what I'm saying?
But you
But
can share it.
unless,
You can share with
unless
somebody else.
right, unless you're gonna use it and for the business income alone. But
Yeah.
the good part is you can use it for the business income and for the information and education. And what I was gonna say is retirement. You know, as far as retirement goes, a lot of people will look because I went in one time and looked at my retirement thing, and it had like, you know, let's say it said 100,000 was in there. And then for a minute there, I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Then I started calculating. How long I'm gonna live off $100,000?
Right.
That thing got the triple quadruple, do some backflips and twists and turns for me to be able to retire and still live the same lifestyle I live now.
Right now, yeah.
So a lot of people get in the business to learn strategies on investing because they're close to retirement or they're already in retirement and they're trying to maximize that thing. So
Right.
we got all different strategies here for whoever is interested. However you want to try to. That's the good thing about strategy. Strategies are options.
Yeah.
If that don't work for you, try this. If this don't work for you, try that. And we tell you legally how to do all that. So
Right.
yeah, we're coming up on 51 minutes, and Lucy Harmon and Julie Armstrong and pissed me off. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Right.
And we'll be back now. Tony, are we coming back next week?
So check this out, y'all. This is like me and Melissa's kind of like we changing up. We're going to a group that we already promoting and also on YouTube. If you want more information for us, what we share, we're going to be more geared toward the groups because we know people, and I know a lot of my friends and Melissa's friends come on just because they know us, and it's like we got to. Yeah, we're gonna give y'all a break. But if y'all want more information, y'all welcome to come over to our new group. You don't have it up, do you? It's controlling cash flow and credit club. And
what I'll do, I'll put it in the drop down after the Facebook drop down in the drop down.
Yeah.
So
we definitely
want
to thank everybody for showing up that's coming on, but we're going to be mixing it up a little bit. We just feel like we need to move away from certain platforms to give people a break, you know what I'm saying, and get some new eyeballs on our system.
Exactly. Another strategy. So we appreciate y'all coming through. Of course, we're going to let you know where you can find us, but you know, you're going to have to step out and come over and join in and listen and everything, you know.
Hey, tell them how much the membership is. Anybody that want to join tonight, I do have a couple coupons left in my back office, like $10 off of a $19.95.
Right now, you can get started for $19.95. If Tony's got a $10 off or $9.95 off coupon, you can get started for $10. You'll be able to come in, take full advantage of everything we have to offer for 30 days. If at the end of 30 days you feel like this is not for you or you're not at a point where you're ready to do this, you can cancel the membership, and that's that. End of story. So for $10, you can get started tonight. Get in there, see, and hold our feet to the fire. Y'all out here yapping, talking about what all y'all got in this membership. I dare you to try it out and come back and say we lying, because we got it right. It's in there, but you got to have that special invitation and that $10 for to come in and check out this exclusive information. So hopefully you will, because you won't be doing it for me and Tony. You will be doing it for yourself. And because we already know the benefits, that's why we can be so open to sharing it with everybody, because 9 years says a lot. We've been doing this for going on 9 years. Well, anyway, Tony, we're coming up on an hour. I try to get off before an hour so I can upload it on Instagram.
Oh, right.
I did go back and edit. Did you see I went back and edited that video from last night? So I took out all that space and stuff. So anyway, we're gonna share it on Instagram. Thank you for everybody that came. Thank you, Christopher Caldwell, Ken Orr, Robert King, Rico Savvy.
Okay.
The Hood Table.
Okay, Kim Little, I see you. Oh, Jasmine Warren, Chris Allman. Okay, I see y'all out there. I appreciate you. Andre Stinson, appreciate you for jumping on.
Dre on there too. Hey, Dre.
Yeah.
I can't see him. Lucy Harmon and Julie Armstrong, don't come back over here unless you participating in the conversation we had right here. We don't need you to come over here and tell us to go to nobody else's page. And y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all next week.
All right.
I'm gonna take us out.
Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Now, are you ready to start your home-based business? If your answer is yes, contact Tony or Melissa to get started today.